All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're tackling a really big question, one that's kind of shaking up the whole world of education. Is AI actually making the PhD obsolete?
I mean, just think about this for a sec. Imagine pouring years of your life into becoming an expert on something, only to get to the finish line and find out the world has already moved on. This isn't some sci-fi movie plot. It's a very real question that some of the smartest people on the planet are asking right now.
And hey, this isn't just a random thought. This warning comes straight from a pioneer of generative AI over at Google. You know, someone who is literally building the future we're talking about. They're basically telling us that the old rulebook for success is being completely rewritten right now, as we speak.
So, for the longest time, higher education was seen as this golden ticket. Let's dig into what that really meant, and more importantly, why that promise is starting to fade. For our parents, our grandparents, an advanced degree was the absolute peak. A PhD meant you were an expert. It meant job security, a good, stable life. It was like the ultimate insurance policy for your career. Okay, but what happens when you're on that slow, steady climb up the academic mountain, but the entire landscape around you is shifting at lightning speed? This gets to the heart of the problem, this crazy race between human education and machine evolution. So, just picture it. You dedicate 5, maybe 6 years of your life to a PhD program. That's a huge chunk of your life, right? All that intense focus, all that research, all that sacrifice, all to become a top expert in one specific thing. And then the big day comes. You walked across that stage, you get that diploma, only to realize that an AI model that dropped just 6 months ago has already solved the very problem you were studying. Or it's completely changed the methods you just spent years mastering. It's a pretty terrifying thought, isn't it? This is what experts are calling machine speed. And we're not talking about the kind of innovation we're used to, the stuff that happens over several years. No, we're talking about a pace of change so fast that what's considered groundbreaking on a Monday could be totally standard by Friday. Just look at this contrast. It's pretty stark. On one side, you have traditional education. It's structured, it's linear, it takes years. And on the other, you have AI evolution. It's exponential, it's unpredictable, and it's happening in months, weeks, sometimes even days. They are playing on 2 totally different timelines. So if the old map is useless, what does the new one look like? This isn't about giving up on learning, not at all. It's about shifting our focus from static pieces of paper to something way more dynamic, adaptability. This is the million-dollar question, right? If a long, super specialized degree could actually become a risk, then what should we be learning instead? I mean, how do you prepare for a future that you literally cannot predict? Let's just quickly remember that old model. A degree was a signal. It told employers, hey, this person has a solid base of knowledge and they have the discipline to finish something big. It was a stamp of approval, a sign of competence and safety. And this right here illustrates the new reality perfectly. The focus is shifting away from the paper on the wall, the credential, the certificate, and toward your internal skills, your ability to adapt and your curiosity to constantly learn, unlearn, and relearn. So here's the crucial part. We need to double down on the skills that make us uniquely human. AI can process data like nothing else, but it can't replicate true creativity. It can simulate a conversation, but it lacks real emotional intelligence. These skills, creativity, empathy, complex communication, and a real passion for lifelong learning, are becoming the new currency. Now for the exciting part. This isn't about humans becoming obsolete. Far from it. This is about discovering our new, incredibly important role in a world that's being augmented by AI. It's so easy to see all this change and think of it as a threat, and that's totally understandable. But every huge technological shift in history didn't just disrupt old ways of doing things. It also paved the way for brand new industries, new jobs, and possibilities no one could have even imagined. I mean, just look at some of these career paths that are popping up. Who would have thought 10 years ago about being an AI ethics strategist or a human-machine integration designer? These aren't just jobs, they're entirely new ways of thinking about how we can add value right at that intersection between technology and humanity. And that is the whole key. AI is a phenomenal tool for generating knowledge, finding patterns, doing complex calculations. But it can't replace your intuition, your empathy, your imagination, or your ability to connect with another person on a deep, meaningful level. That is the human advantage. If you take just one thing away from our chat today, let it be this. The future doesn't belong to the person with the most degrees on their wall. It belongs to the person who is the most adaptable. Your value is going to be measured by your capacity for change.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to really chew on. Are you learning just to collect certificates to hang on a wall? Or are you learning to build a resilient, curious, and adaptable mind that can thrive no matter what the future throws at us?
If this explainer made you rethink your own path, even just a little, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps us know what topics are hitting home with you. And now I really want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, would you still pursue a PhD in this new landscape? Why or why not? I am seriously curious to read all your different perspectives on this.
And hey, if you enjoy exploring the future of work and technology, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next explainer. Thanks so much for joining me.